doing good. He had a good week this week. Nigga got on Thizzler twice. What?
Nah, not
Thizzler?
Thizzler twice. Nah.
Yeah, you did.
Nah,
Nah.
Thizzler fucking Fools Community.
Thizzler one and the full community the
Fools-
next.
Fools community, yeah,
My
'cause-
nigga went a cappella.
I spit some acapella shit and they was liking it.
What did you get on the? What did you get on the full community for?
Oh, okay, yeah. So there's a kid in Alvin, CA or something like that, or Avin, something like that. But basically, so this kid, he's like, I think he has autism or something of that sort, right? You know, he's not all there, and
Autism?
and he, where was it at? Arvin. It was at Arvin High. So basically, you know, this kid, you know,
What city?
he has some issues. Arvin, I guess that's what it's called.
Where's that? Central?
Oh no,
Northern?
Bakersfield.
Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Mm.
So basically, you know, this kid, you know, he had his issues or whatever, and a bunch of these kids were picking on him, but like in a way where they're like, oh hey, you know, we're gonna give you a free haircut or something like that. So they put a kid that was learning to cut hair to cut his hair, and they were fucking him up.
Damn.
And then
how they leave him though? How they leave him?
They left him his hair
Like,
fucked up, and
no, it was fucked up, bro.
he was crying.
He was crying while they're giving him the
damn.
haircut while the whole school's watching and
Why the
laughing.
fuck
They're
he
laughing
beat him
at
up?
him.
He's autistic.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
that's some build. But
So
so somebody
then-
else should have helped him out. Like, bro, you got him fucked up.
Hey, 100%, dude. There's a lot of people
The
standing
fuck?
there okay with it, which doesn't
That's what I'm
make sense
saying.
to
What the
me.
fuck? If I was seeing a kid getting fucked up ass haircut, bro, I would have stopped go boy.
No, it's not
Yeah.
about getting a fucked up haircut. You don't understand.
They
They
were-
did it as a joke to fuck with him to make him look stupid.
Okay, I'm saying if I was watching a kid that had autism getting his hair fucked up, I would be going
It was
there.
really
Like,
fucked
that's what
up,
I'm saying. I would have went over there like, bro, what the fuck you doing, bro?
Yeah, but they didn't, and he killed himself after.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I would have went like, bro, what the fuck you got the game fucked up? Boom.
Fools- yeah, people like that, they're just they spent their whole life not having any consequences and being able to fucking do whatever the fuck they want to do to anybody without anything ever happening to them. Or who knows, maybe their fucking dad is like beating their fucking ass at fucking home, so now they want to go to school and fucking take that shit out on them. But you know, it's fucked up because, you know, a little boy, you feel me, lost his life. And, you know, he could have had a lot ahead of him.
Yeah,
Hey,
always
look,
got dumb
Regardless
shit.
of his condition. It's just fucked up. So, you know, rest in peace to the team that
Hey man, that
lost his
shit,
life.
that shit was hella fucked up. I saw the video clip myself, and
I
I was
ain't
just
see that
thinking,
shit.
it was fucked up. And
I was
if
about
I
to
was
punch
there,
the wall, dog.
if I was
had to
there,
stop looking
man,
at that shit.
if I was there,
It's
dog. But
true.
you know what? That happens a lot, and I think it has to do with this is a different generation than me and you grew up in, bro. But to be
It's
honest,
too much bullying.
but to be
I
honest,
think that bullying's always been around, but
bully,
it's
like
getting to another extent.
I've been look,
It's everywhere, phone.
I've changed a lot myself through bullying, and to be honest, maybe I got into gang shit just because of the bullying in school. Because I mean that takes a big fucking toll on kids, bro. And then I remember to me and even to you, remember you telling me like going to school, that shit felt like we were going to a war zone. Dog, we used to go to school with guns.
But it depends on
fucking
where
knives
it depends where
and
you go to
shit.
school at.
the fuck are you talking about, dog?
I mean, let's be honest. From my generation, motherfuckers used
Bro.
to go to school with the guns.
It depends where you go to school at. Yes, if you go to school in a fucked up place, yeah, you
Majority of all
it's a war
Hispanics
zone.
school grow up in a fucked up place. The majority.
you can't even go to school to really learn. You're going to school just to fucking
so
fight.
and then the thing is, you don't even want to go to school to fight because you're gonna get in some shit and go to juvenile hall.
And then they're gonna release you to the shit, and then you're gonna be like, boom, you have to get down, and then you're gonna go right back.
Hey,
It's a
dog,
fucking cycle.
let's be real. Back then, we weren't speculating all that shit like that. We was just trying to fucking make it by.
No, me and my brother literally we talked really deeply about this, and I was like, bro, why don't you go to school? He was like, fool, if I go to school,
It's a fucking rotation, bro.
I
It's a
just
setup.
dealt with it, dog. Like with me personally, fool. Like when I first moved to the block, I was very, very overweight, dude. Like I was hella fucking big as fuck, and kids were picking on me. They were calling me fat and all this other shit. And I didn't have no friends, and I currently did not even have any real friends on the block yet. Like that was before me and Lil Creeps really started becoming friends like that, right?
Sorry.
And from sixth, seventh grade, right? Those 2 years, there was certain people that were like picking on me, dog. And I didn't have a fucking violent mentality of like, okay, I'm gonna deal with this with aggression or whatever. I was being quiet. I didn't know how to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I had my my mom was always gone at work, and my dad was out of the picture, and my siblings were being watched by my grandma. So I was being left alone inside of my house for long periods of the day at time, which fucked up my social ability to deal with people. So the only thing I knew how to do was to stay quiet, regardless of anything. So, anyways, long story short, 2 years I'm getting fucking bullied. The summer going into 8th grade, I'm already on the block. I've been on the block for like a couple years at that time now. And then I started fucking going into beast mode. I started fucking working out. I started jogging at the waterfront every motherfucking day. I lost hella weight and I got lightweight fucking yoked. I went back to fucking school, and the first motherfucker that tried to bully me, I fucking knocked his ass out in fucking class. In Mr. Harris's class in fucking Vallejo Middle School, he knows what I'm talking about, and so does RP Odis, because he was standing right there like we were like this, and this motherfucker was right here. He tried to bully me, dog. He got up and fucking like tapped me in the back of the head with a book and called me a fat ass. Before I fucking got up and fucking slept this boy in front of everybody in class. And after that, Mr. Harris was all like, "Oh, hold on, boy, what are you doing over here?" And then he looked at that fool. He's all like, "That's what you get." And then he took me outside and he was all like, "Look," he's like, "usually I would send you to the office and whatever, but I seen what he was doing to you and he got what he had coming." He's like, "If I let you back in, is everything going to be good?" I was like, "Yeah, it's going to be good." I came back in. That motherfucker left because he already felt like a fucking little bitch.
First off, what I want to say is, you know, and this is kind of fucked up because it's been so long, sometimes you forget shit. Rest in peace to my cousin Oldies. You know what I'm saying? I just want to put that out there.
Man, it's
he just passed away. It was the anniversary of his passing out yesterday, wasn't it?
Yesterday, fool. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
It was yesterday. 10 years yesterday, fool.
It's Mauricio, my cousin.
10 years yesterday at 11:45, he died in my arms.
Yeah, that's some fucked up shit. So I just want to say rest in peace to him. That's kind of just out the nowhere, but I wanted to segue into what you were saying. We can damn near touch on that after this if you want to.
What, the bullying?
Make some little, you know, remembrance or something of that situation. But the bully shit, okay. So number one, with the bully stuff, I don't have any sympathy. I don't have no sympathy for victims of bullies. Under one condition, this young man had autism. He wasn't 100% there. Yeah. And would cause him to do these things. That's fucked up. And if for Raza to be doing that shit, like I remember when I was growing up in high school, we had each other's back. We wouldn't let somebody do that to somebody like that. But times are changed and people are becoming cannibalistic where they're feeding on their own people, right? Perfect example is this. My son, he doesn't live with me, right? I have a 10-year-old son, and he lives with his mom in Texas, San Antonio. Shout out San Antonio. Yay! You know, y'all see me out there in that walkway, that river walk, man. You know what I mean? Hey, no, but
Big
so
Texas.
my son, man, I literally had to deal with this bullying shit one-on-one. And then I'm sure if you got kids, you're dealing with that shit too. And it's hard because the way you were brought up, you want to deal with it in a physical manner, right? You want to do some sick shit. But the situation is violence does not solve violence, bro. And I was talking to my son. So what happened to my son is he's in class. I guess they think they don't see me in the picture like that because he lives so far from me, right? I do whatever I can to get my son. You know, I try to bring him all the holidays that I can, bring him all the summers, and I even went to court for him to try to get him as much as I could, and it failed. You know what I'm saying? I cashed out on a lawyer. I went to shit. I ain't get no money. It is what it is. It happens sometimes. So I told him, but at least I went to court so he knows that I tried to go for him. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. His mom's raising him, and his mom's a female at the end of the day, and she ain't going to show him what she. Even though she kind of be telling him like, "Nigga, stand up for yourself," type shit.
Like beat that
Anyways,
ass.
he went to school. The kids were all making fun of him. They were all calling him fatherless, 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 because I'm not there. So then he started tripping. So stop making fun of me. Stop doing that. This, that, and third. Then the whole class, nigga, comes together and starts calling my son fatherless, bro. My son ends up crying. You know what I'm saying? He can't take it. You know, he's a little kid. He's 10 years old. You know, he starts crying, doing the most. He's probably humiliated, whatever. I hear about this shit, fool. I'm hella mad. You know what I'm saying? Hella mad. But at the end of the day, each person has to be able to be accountable for their own actions, and they're all a part of what's going on. I don't teach my son. My son knows how to fight. You know what I'm saying? I taught him how to fight at a young age. He could knock one of these kids out flat, but he's a very nice kid. He doesn't like to bully a lot of kids. He doesn't like to be a bully. So he doesn't do it unless I've taught him, don't hurt anybody or touch anybody unless somebody touches you or does something to you physically, right? And he's not a very mean kid to be able to talk to somebody and bully them physically, to verbally through words. So I ended up talking to him and had a conversation with him. Sometimes what I think is with kids is they don't understand their choices and the consequences to their choices. I gave them 4 choices. I said, look, son, number 1, you could do what you did. You can end up fucking crying and do all this shit. Now, hey, bro, it is. I told him, this does not affect me at all, son. You know what I'm saying? This is going to end up how you're going to live. Because school is just, it's still the same societal rules that apply.
In society.
It's the same societal rules that apply to all of us in regular society. Is the same that applies in fucking there. The same as prison and jail. All societal rules are the same in general. You just gotta look at a motherfucker every day. So I told him, look, son, you got 4 choices. Number 1, you're gonna go to this school, you're gonna do the same shit you did again, and they're gonna keep doing it because they know it fucks with you and they want to see you cry, which is what they're gonna do. Number 2, don't do nothing about it. And after they see that you don't even give a fuck, they're gonna stop doing it because they know it doesn't bother you. Number 3, you can defend yourself verbally, you know? If motherfucker tries to roast you, you can roast him back. And number 4, you can always resort to physical violence. Now, I told him, if you resort to physical violence, I don't condone that. I don't want you to be violent unless somebody touches you. But if you do it, I will understand. But I will still, if I'm physically there, whoop your ass. Or number 2, you're gonna get grounded because he has to know that there's consequences to that shit, right? Just like if you're in prison and, for example, you end up taking off on one of your own peoples, you know, people will be like, hey, man, you had to do it, right? You had to do it, but you're still going to get your ass whooped. You see what I'm saying? There's always a consequence to the situation. It's not just all gravy. So I told him, look, man, I don't want you to do number 1 and I don't want you to do number 4 unless number 4 is forced on you. This motherfucker puts his hands on you. So he said, look, Dad, I gave him the situation and I told him, and he said, look, Dad, I think I'm going to do number 2. And I was like, all right, that's fine. Do number 2. You know, don't act like that. You don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You know you got a dad. I'm right here and I talk to you, but that's fucked up. But
you
at
have
the same
to
way,
act. You have
at
to
the
act.
same way, I'll hold my son to these fucking standards. Then I told him, son, if this shit happens again, if it happens again, that's on you, nigga. If you go to a fucking school and they're fucking making fun of you crying and doing this shit, I already told you the consequences. They're gonna keep doing it. Just like if you were in prison or in jail, I told them, if you were to go to jail right now, he said, I don't want to go to school no more. Motherfucker, you're going to school. What the fuck? I talked to my baby mama and there's a couple other folks. They're like, man, just to homeschool him. Fuck no.
Nah,
you ain't homeschooling shit. If you go to fucking jail, you gonna ask the judge, please, I want to get out of jail. He don't give a fuck. You gotta learn to be able to be around society and be around other people in the community. And you gotta have nuts. This little boy, though, tragically, he wasn't on point. And that's fucked up that the raza is to the point that they're even fucking cannibalizing our own people and fucking up our people.
That was
that's
embarrassing.
Fucked up. It's fucked up.
That was
But
embarrassing.
who did that though? It was
It was Mexicans, some Edgars, nigga, with the fucking weird ass fucking cuts and shit. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. Be right back.
I didn't even know it was Mexicans.
Yeah, that shit pissed me off. I don't think you know, it's fucked up when you see kids go through that.
But what would you do if you see some shit like that going down? Silent for us.
I mean, come on, dog.
Would you get in that shit?
Come on, dog. Hell yeah, fool. Come on. Ain't nobody gonna do that shit around me, fool.
That's why I be thinking, why the fuck these other motherfuckers, they think this shit's funny or something.
Look, when I started being a knucklehead and I wasn't taking shit from nobody no more, like I really was not taking shit from nobody, and there was like issues all the time. Like a motherfucker would just say some dumbass shit like it wouldn't even be confirmed. Like I had motherfuckers come in. I remember I had to hit this fool up because like I think I seen him throw up the floor, but I wasn't sure what he did or something like that. And I hit him up in the locker room at high school, and he's like, "Oh nah, it wasn't like that. I was just fixing my jacket or something or whatever the fuck, right?" So I'm like, "Okay, it's good." So then I go about my business, and then I hear that he's outside telling some fools like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna I want y'all to help me jump this fool right now." And then as soon as I hear that, I go outside and I'm all like, "Hey, what's up, bro? Like, you talking about you want to jump me?" He's like, "Well, all like so." He's like, "Well, we could fight 1-on-1." I was like, "Okay, come over here real quick." Went around the fucking corner behind the portables. What happened? Bam! Dropped this motherfucker on his motherfucking ass, and then he tried to dip me, and I started choking him and punching this motherfucker in his head. And then after that, motherfuckers are all like, "Damn."
Sonny, you was not a normal kid though, man. I seen you, man. I wasn't even scared of this motherfucker. I was like, hold on, what's up with this nigga? He don't talk?
Yeah, he's just too quiet, dog. That's what he was. He was silent.
High school.
Why do you think he got that name, bro? Like, he didn't say shit. He loved skateboard. Like, bro.
What? Skateboard? What the fuck you talking about?
Boy.
No, you're tripping.
In middle school?
In middle school? No.
In middle school, okay, dog. It's okay.
Listen, my boy. Okay, hold on. Don't get it twisted. I'm not embarrassed about nothing of my life. There is nothing that I am gonna be scared or embarrassed to say right here. Let's get that straight.
So do you like skateboards?
No. I liked to like rock and roll and shit like that when I was in middle school. Like I would have my hair spiky and shit, and that was pretty much it. And then that's when I was really, really big.
What turned you to the dark side?
That was because I went to the fucking block and then
fucking block.
No, it's not just the block.
Don't show us the block, man.
The block. No, I don't want to blame nothing on the block. I want to blame it on the people who were picking on me.
Nigga, blame the block
that brought the fucking block to me. I do have merch called "Blame It on the Block" too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do.
That's actually a good logo right there.
That was one of my singles. I did two, not singles, EPs. I did Hood Child and Hood Child 2, Blame It on the Block.
There was two things that you would always see on every time you drove down the fucking block. One is a crackhead, and two is silent. Nigga outside his house. Like, what's up, fool? Hey, what's going on, dog? You know, it's just been on point, you know? I was just like, that's what's up, dog. Can they go to the back? Yeah, everybody's out there, fool.
Yeah. No, for real. I mean, that's how I was. Straight militant with it. But anyways, you know, next to the next one, dog.
No, but what were you saying? You better finish it off right now on Lil Homie.
I finished it
no,
off.
about the bullying. About the bullying
shit though, dog.
All right, look.
Damn, these bitch ass niggas.
I finished
that's some old fucking. That's some bitch ass shit. The only time I ever got bullied.
I got bullied, fool. I ain't gonna lie. By the black niggas in Merritt Island.
Bro, that's all I'm gonna tell you.
That's what made me really sell out.
But it was about money with them fools, dog. They always wanted, hey, can I borrow like a quarter or some shit like that? Yeah, it was about money. It was about money with me. I used to go over there. They see me like fucking like buy some donuts or some shit. They wanted to take that shit. They took my Pokemon card. Rest in peace, Emil. The motherfucker.